rice cookers. She's fucking slam, boys! Just picked up this absolute piece of shit crashed EG Civic from a farm near Picton. So cheers to Jesse, and a big thanks to Jared for sorting out trailer and transport and all that kind of stuff. But this thing's full of fucking spiders. I hate fucking spiders. So to get the subframe out, obviously we have to get this engine out of the way, and I have to get into the footwell to disconnect the steering column, which I'm not too stoked about because there's probably going to be a fuckload of spiders in here. But yeah, get to it. Got a friend, Jace, who's also a fucking Honda nut. He's got an EG chassis that he races. He wants doors and mirrors and some other bits and pieces off of it, so at least I can whip the doors out. That'll make it a bit easier to get into the footwell. So yeah, let's get this jacked up and moved across and go from there. First things first, let's get rid of this loom. Yuck, there's like rat shit. Fucking gross stuff everywhere. Okay, next we gotta get to a 10 mil somewhere on this steering column. Which means all of this shit has to come off. Nothing's attacked me yet. And here's our 10 mil. Something like that. Got a universal and extension. Now that should allow the subframe to drop. So I don't think I have to fuck around being inside of this fucking spider infested car anymore. Thank fuck. Drop the subframe obviously with the subframe bolts, but I'm also going to drop it down with the shocks and the hubs all attached, because it's just going to make working on it outside of the chassis a little bit easier. This is probably going to spew fluid fucking everywhere, isn't it? Yep, a little bit. Yeah, the rest of this should go with the subframe. Here we are, under the car, looking up at the subframe. Looks like we got this bolt here, these two on the outside. I don't think this one goes through by the looks of that. There's one up there, that's also a 19. Gonna need an extension for that one. And obviously the same on the other side. All 19s. I'm also gonna have to take off these brake lines. Should do that before I forget. And for anyone that doesn't know, these are 10mm fittings. And sometimes, depending on where you live in the world, they won't just come off as easily as that. And you'll need a crow's foot or an angle grinder. Move on to the other side. Right, the only ones that should be holding this thing up are these. Yeah. Cool. Alright, well, see the steering column separated there. This is just holding on by these bolts up here. Two strut tower bolts and the two bolts for the upper control arm. 14 for the strut top. 14, 17. Let's just fucking send this bitch to the floor and see what happens. One side. Here's the other. It was just the upper control arm. It's kind of caught up on the exhaust there, and the struts are a little bit twisted and jammed under the chassis rail here, but that's pretty much it. A little bit of manhandling and should have it out of there. I'm stuck on that exhaust. There we go. And that's the subframe fucking out of there. Oh. Well, whew, there's fuck all room in this garage, so I'm gonna leave this where it is for now because I won't be able to get the garage door back down. Fuck. That's gonna do it for today's episode. Some of you might not know why I'm pissing around with a wrecked EG Civic, but that's because the subframe for this car needs to go into the CRV so that the kswap engine mounts and engine can all work. But I'll go further into detail about why and how and all that when it comes time to fit the subframe. So if you want to keep up with all this kswap goodness, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification thing or whatever, and you won't miss more content on it.
Later, bitches!